All right, folks, so for today's video, we're going to be going over a scalping strategy. Very simple, using one indicator as an added level of confluence to confirm our trade entries. And as always, we're going to share with you our live trade entries and results, and of course, break down the rules or the criteria that we look for our entries that allow us to capitalize about 100 pips in profit just from scalping on a lower time frame. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions, need help, or just want to share some feedback, feel free to comment down below. You can also reach me more directly either via email or Telegram. You can access all of my official contact information down below in the video description. While you're down there, don't forget to check out our trading resources provided, ranging from free demos, brokers and properties I use, auto trading, access to our signals, trading group, much more. All of that can be found down below. But without further ado, let's hop at the charts and proceed with today's video. So if you remember from our last video, we talked about a strategy for trend continuation trades where we took a buy in this area of the market to ride the momentum, capitalizing over 200 plus pips in profit. So if you haven't seen that, you can access the video down below. Now, since that trade, price peaked up in this area of the market where price then reversed, eventually breaking below our ascending trend line, which leads to our point of interest for our scalp entries, which as you can see, we took several positions from 27.69 to 27.63. Now, something I say in a lot of my videos, we ask ourselves, why are we taking a trade? This is a question that you should be able to answer quickly before you enter a trade. If you can't answer that, or if you have doubts or you're unsure, then you don't take the trade. So why did we take sells starting in the region at the 27.69 price? Well, as you can see from the break of our ascending trend line, we want to see if this is going to be a true breakout or a fake out, right? So as price progressed, we could see how gold came back to retest our ascending trend line. Remember, trend lines serve as diagonal forms of support and resistance. A general rule of support and resistance: we buy at levels of support, we sell at levels of resistance. What was support can turn into resistance. What was resistance can turn into support. So as price is trying to reclaim it back above the ascending trend line, we ended up having a closure above our trend line, where as you can see, the price is now at 27.71. However, we can see a level of support here is now serving as resistance. So in other words, if we want to confirm if this is a fake out where price temporarily broke out of our trend line but is now going to continue in its upward trend trajectory, we want to see price break above this resistance that was prior support. So going back to our smaller timeframes to scalp, on the 5-minute, price is attempting to break that resistance, but as price progressed, it failed to break until eventually breaking back below our ascending trend line. But we also had another level of confluence which confirmed our sell bias, and that's where the one indicator we use came into play, which is the RSI. Now, from the RSI, we are given a bearish divergence. Price is creating higher highs, but in that same region, the RSI is creating lower highs. So when you have a bearish divergence at a key level of resistance that we had identified from a higher time frame that was prior support, now serving as resistance, this is why we targeted sells. So from our first couple of entries, we took a couple of sells at 27.69 and 27.66 when price closed back below our descending trend line. Sorry about that, guys. Had a little technical glitch there with the software. But as I was saying, we took our first entry at 27.69 after price rejected the resistance, and another sell at 27.66 once price closed below our trend line. Take profit levels were set at 27.59 for 100 pips from our first entry. As price continued downward, we took a couple more sell positions at 27.64 and 27.63. We're simply riding and scalping the momentum down, where eventually price hit our take profit targets at 27.59. Obviously, price went further down than what we anticipated, and that's okay. As a trader, our job isn't to guess how far price is going to go. We use the structure provided for higher probability take profit targets. In this example, we chose the 27.59 because of the structure, allowing us to capitalize 100 pips from our first entry, resulting in an $8,400 profit. Obviously, there's a lot of other videos that emphasize more on the use of more advanced trading concepts, whether it be order blocks, fair value gaps, imbalances. These are all valid trading concepts that can help you with your trading. But the purpose of these videos, especially for the fact that we're talking about scalping, is that you can be a successful trader without overwhelming yourself with those advanced techniques. In this example, all we did was pay attention to the structure, trend lines, or in this case, a break of a trend line, and paying attention to whether price could respect or break this area of resistance that was prior support. Although price was able to regain its position above the trend line, it failed to break above that level of resistance. Combining that with the bearish divergence identified on the RSI as our added confluence, this signified weakness, which is why we targeted sells, which as you can see was very effective in allowing us to capitalize 100 pips from a scalp position. By keeping your trading simple and not overwhelming yourself with too many things, allows you to have a more stress-free trading experience, whereby combining these basic trading concepts of trends, supports, and resistance can help you answer the main question of why you are taking that trade in the first place, giving you those added market confluences and increasing your probabilities of accurate trade entries.
All right, traders, that concludes our video for today. Hope you gained some value. Again, if you have any questions, reach out anytime. Don't forget to check out our trading resources down below in the video description. If you want to watch any of our recent uploads, you can check out these recommendations. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.